Hello, my friends. I was contacted by the folks at Arteza to see if I would like to try out some of their paint products and do a video review. And of course, I said yes. They sent me this delicious set of 36 tube paints, all metallics, and this 14-piece set of acrylic paints in larger pouches. I actually bought this very set myself a while back and created this painting with them. This was one of my early videos, one of my first ring and ribbon pours. It's video number 17 if you care to watch. And I call it Autumn Chaos. And it's available on my website if you're interested. At the time, I was very impressed with the vividness of the Arteza colors and how well they worked with the pouring medium I used on this one. So I was thrilled when they contacted me not long ago. So I have all my paints mixed up, ready for a pour, but first let's take a look at some of the details provided by Arteza about their paints. So on each box and each tube is the color and information regarding both the light fastness and the transparency of each color. The transparency is indicated by the little square that's either solid, indicating opaque, half filled like this one, indicating semi-transparent, or empty, indicating transparent. And you may want to consider that when you're layering your paints in the cup, keeping in mind how they will come out of the cup. For example, a transparent color doesn't have a chance of showing up under an opaque, so it's something you may want to consider. Light fastness simply refers to the pigment's ability to resist fading when exposed to light. And there's an industry standard, I think it's what it's called, in the US from 1 to 4. 1 being excellent, 2 is very good, 3 is good, and 4 is fair. And each of these paints is coated with either stars, well, these are little plus signs. And the range here is from 1 to 3, excellent to good. And these are all 3s. And the metallics have 1 to 3 range. I think a good finish added to your painting when dry will help to an extent, but I personally am not too terribly concerned with it. I view this art form as experimental, and I don't expect my poor paintings to be in demand forever, and I'll be long gone before there's a problem. Okay, so let me clear the deck here and get my canvas ready, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have returned. It's actually the next day. Now, I should mention that Arteza makes ready-mix pouring paints. I haven't tried those yet. I don't have those. So I mixed my colors with a pouring medium of glue and water. And as always, I will put the details below in the description box. I found the Arteza paints were really a nice texture, medium-bodied, creamy, and mixed very well with the pouring medium. So that made me happy. Let's see. The biggest challenge was deciding which colors to use. So I decided on 4 metallics. And you may notice that yesterday I had this pale green in a cup, but I just felt it was too much green. I wanted more contrast, so I opened up my new box of paints and discovered that they were in tubes rather than the pouches. Now, I like the pouches because you can squeeze out every last bit of paint, but I will say that I had trouble with a couple of them where the stem, and take the cap off, the stem actually broke on 2 of them. So that was a problem. Maybe they decided to replace these with the tubes. I don't know, but I'm fine with this as well. You know, when you get low, you can always take scissors and cut it off and then scrape out the rest of your paint with a palette knife. So you can get every bit out. So anyway, Phthalo Blue is what I mixed up. And now, what to do? I was watching a video the other day by Erica Art, and she does a technique she calls the wave, and I thought it would be fun to give it a try. I'm just using this little canvas. It's an 8x10 because I'm just not confident with this technique and the new paints, and also I just want to start small to begin with. Oops, I forgot my container. So she fills up an oblong container, something like this, but not this big, with paint, and then jiggles it onto the canvas. For this small canvas, I'm just going to fill up one of these halves of this little snack thing and do that. I think it should be sufficient, I hope. So, that's the idea. Wish me luck. I had these paints sitting out overnight, and I didn't even stir them today. I hope that's not going to be a problem. This is the boring part. Feel free to fast forward. I'm not going to say anything important or interesting. There's our Betty. If you haven't seen any of Erica's wave videos, and all her videos, check them out. I think it's just Erica Art with a K, Erica with a K. And she does some amazing work. She and Fiona, I think Fiona watches my videos. Hello, Fiona. Are both from Slovenia. I know Fiona is. Love her work as well. Nobody does the dips like her. I like them both very much. I think Erica's container is deeper than this, but this is a very small canvas, so I'm hoping I have sufficient. If not, I have plenty of paint to cover the edges. I think I could do one more layer of something. And okay, that should be, I hope that's enough paint. And here we go. think this is what she did. I'm going to turn it a bit, get some movement in it right away. I'm kind of scraping the canvas. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Not so great there. Let's I'm going to go right in here with this and use it up. I think I got better as I went along. Maybe I'll just, Oh, wow. Oh, how fun. Look at that. Oh boy, I can see some great possibilities with this. I'll just dump the rest of the paint out here. Oh, that's so pretty in there. Wow. Okay. That reminds me of candy. You know, what is that? Is it taffy? That's fun. I would like to preserve that. I like this area. That's kind of fun, and that is. All right, well, let's move it around and see what we get. Looks like I have a lump there, but as I said, I did not stir the paints after they had sat out all night, so that probably was something I should have done. I lost the section there I liked so much, but I was looking at all of this. Maybe I had too much paint. I have an awful lot that I've tilted off. And that kills me. I'm very frugal about the paint. That's why I try to stretch my paint as much as I can with a lot of pouring medium ratio to paint, because I like to have better quality paints but stretch them as much as possible. And so it kills me to tilt off so much. But when you're trying a new technique, you just don't know how much paint you're going to need. And I hate to run short. Well, I think that's quite interesting. bring you in a little closer. Turn that light off. Colors are wonderfully vivid. And that ripple effect is quite fun. I like that very much right there. It's not as easy as she makes it look, as Erica makes it look, of course. That's how it always goes. But I will definitely be trying this again. There you have it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you'd like to try, I'm going to put this back up on the holder. If you'd like to try Arteza paint products, or any, they have a lot of art supplies, pencils, watercolor. There are links below in the description where you can get 10% off your purchase, and I get a small commission at no extra cost to you. I'll also provide a link to the Arteza YouTube channel where you can explore all of their products. I'm excited to try other pouring techniques with these paints as well as using them on some of my embellishments. It's about time I did another embellishment, I think. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching.